Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with The Sopranos. Last time around we had the strong silent type. Let me try to remember what happened. There was an intervention for Chris to put him in rehab, which they did. Johnny Sack is mad about the HUD thing. Tony is using that as a spin on saying basically that New York killed Ralphie. That's pretty much it, honestly. And we're going to keep this recap nice and short because I am running low on time. This is the last thing of the day. I've recorded so many other videos, but I'm trying to get this in so that I can get all my work done, basically. And my voice is tired, I'm tired, and we're going to watch The Sopranos, which is always the best way of watching The Sopranos, when I am delirious and, and brain dead and my voice is shot. It always makes for good content. Wow. None of you guys really complain about it, so I don't know. Maybe this will be the first. Who knows? But let's just go ahead and jump right into this episode of The Sopranos. Here we go. They still got Joe Pantoliano in the credits.
And now the news.
Okay, we're starting in a dream sequence.
You want to take it for a test drive?
Oh, hey. Duh. Wow. Beauty of nature. Yeah, look at the road. Oof. Oof. I have dreams like that. Just the weirdest shit. Make sense of that.
Sitting next to me was Gloria. In front of me, sitting next to Carmelo, was a business associate of mine. He's the one whose son had the accident. I don't know.
Oh, that was Ralphie. I could not recognize him without his hair.
We never seemed to get anywhere.
No wonder he's still in the credits.
Kind of like this therapy. And it was hot in the car. It was stuffy. There's no air conditioning.
Well, that's because you don't have a fan on you at night.
It turned into a butterfly.
Has your friend recently changed?
Not friend. Associate. And no.
What do you think the dream means?
Can't you just tell me what the fucking thing means? I mean, you obviously know.
Does she?
Why do we have to go through this exercise every time?
I don't obviously know. I didn't have the dream. The meaning is elicited through verbalization.
And the Gehoxagogan is framed up by the Ramestan.
I could just have been a weird dream, man.
Your father's car.
With my wife driving, which if my father were alive, he would have stood for 2 fucking seconds.
I hear anger.
No, I'm just saying. The old guys were different.
Let's get back to the dream.
Oh, fuck the dream. It's just a dream. Jesus Christ, the money I've been dropping in here, I could have bought a fucking Ferrari. At least I would have got a blowjob out of that.
What do you mean?
Please, huh? Don't get me started.
I think you're glossing
Don't even
over
get me
the
started.
significant accomplishments we've made in here.
Oh, my mother would come when she looked at a pot roast. Oh, you're second in the birthing order. Oh, Carmela's driving the car. How fucking interesting.
Alright, now you done it. Now I'm started.
I mean, come on. I've been coming here 4 years now. I've been a good sport. Huh?
You taking a break? Was that a cake from Janice? Did he bury the cake?
Bobby, what did you do with the cake today?
Cake?
Your daughter said she saw it in the back of your car. She told me about it when I picked her up from practice.
So he
Took it to Karen's grave. I buried it.
He buried a cake.
Today was our anniversary.
Believe me, Bobby, I know. I lost both my parents. It's very easy for people to give facile advice. Suck it up, move on, etc. Well, I'm not going to tell you that. Grieving is a process. Sometimes courage isn't a value.
Bobby, go to a therapist. Don't listen to Janice.
I'm willing to go 5.5. Hello?
Not acceptable.
Okay.
Why did he get her a cake? She died.
Go back to bed.
Nikki Gilardi said Mommy's ghost is gonna come back and haunt us.
There's no
Yeah,
such
well,
thing
Nikki's
as
an
ghosts.
asshole.
Tony's pretty hot. Bet you didn't counter-offer.
God forbid, if this gets really bad, there could be a change.
To get rid of Tony?
Tony?
Suffice to say, no matter what happens now or in the future, Carmine won't forget you.
Eh.
Her clothes are still in the closet. And yesterday, he bought her a cake for their anniversary, and he buried it at her grave.
What? At her grave?
God forbid that I should say something, because then I would be perceived as a harpy coming between him and his dead idealized wife.
You are.
Listen,
But it
dude,
is a bit of a
what are your
problem.
plans for Sunday?
You don't return Johnny's phone calls. What did you say?
I'm only the appraiser.
Now, the whale.
Yeah, come on in, kids. AJ's gonna help you find a game.
Spirit, speak to me.
Are they on a Ouija board?
Spirits, identify yourself.
This might not be a good idea.
Is she making new friends in heaven?
Maybe we should play something else.
Yeah, this is stupid. Let's play Clue.
Yeah, you're just a scared little baby.
I'm not scared. I have this game at home. I used to play it all the time. Until it got boring.
How about we try and contact the dead for real?
Just heard from our friend.
What do you mean for real?
The other guy will sit down. I'm going on Tuesday. Paulie's the one telling our friend in New York all our business. Somebody had to pass along that fat joke.
He was in Youngstown at the time. In the can.
What? People can't visit him?
Oh, great spirit from beyond. Reveal yourself. Give us a sign of your presence.
Now, what if they're just word spirits?
Waves are smashing against the boat?
She's here!
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, God. Everything fell over.
So, it's just a Ouija board. She's just scared.
It's okay, honey.
Scared and doesn't
This is
trust
your
you.
idea of fun?
You, say goodnight. You, get out of my sight.
Wow, that rhymed.
Time when I...
Well, that was fun.
I'm only the appraiser.
Oh, poor Vic.
What do you think, you could hide from us? Tony bought 3 more houses than the appraisals, Victor.
I can't. I told you, please. Johnny and Carmine's guys, they hurt me.
Oh, we're gonna hurt you.
That's nothing compared to what we're gonna do, Victor.
We're gonna scare him more.
You went to the cemetery today, didn't you?
How do you know?
Because you told me.
Because you got cemetery mud on your shoes. But this is exactly what I mean. We have a nice evening, and we end up talking about your dead wife.
You invited me.
The other night at Tony's, your kids were trying to contact Karen on a Ouija board. I mean, what do you expect? You're talking to a headstone.
She's my wife.
Well, she's dead, and I'm here.
And who are you? Oh, hell yeah. Shoot the deputy. It's a good thing that deputy's a nice guy.
Broke a woman's heart. Told her I couldn't see her no more. Sad, but there's no getting around it.
Who is she?
She takes care of my uncle. Runs an elder care agency. She took care of my mother, too.
Your former girlfriend's cousin?
That one, yeah.
Is she your current Kumar?
No, it was a brief fling kind of thing.
Huh.
No, but after a while, I felt
I
like
don't
I
know
had to
why.
cut off the leg.
I don't know why. I just noticed it's spelled with a C. For some reason, I thought it was spelled with a G. You'd think I would have read it at some point.
Do you agree with her characterization of you?
I'm a miserable prick. I've said it since day one.
And you're no longer interested in changing, in finding a way out?
No, I guess not. I'm sorry. I don't want to do this anymore. And you can say that I'm running away, But I've been here longer than I ever thought I'd stay. Longer than anybody ever thought I'd stay.
Yeah.
And you know what? I get no appreciation for it.
You've shown a lot of courage. I commend you on that.
Well, thank you for the commendation, and adios.
Oh, it's not a season of Sopranos unless he walks away. Place your bets now.
You've reached Dr. Elliot Kupferberg. Please leave a message at the sound.
Despite the fact that you've all seen the show, place your bets on when this is gonna be changed. What the fuck is she doing? Rising damn. What the what a crazy bitch.
Court will convene on Monday at 9:30 to continue proceedings.
Your Honor, please. Since his injury, I have not had a single conversation with Mr. Soprano in which we've related on any meaningful level.
Feel free to take that up on appeal.
Okay, that didn't work.
I had to read to Sophia for like an hour. She couldn't even handle a Nancy Drew. It was too mysterious. Go ahead.
It's just, the dead have nothing to say to us, Bobby. It's our own narcissism that makes us think they even care.
Yeah, there's certainly some narcissism with
doesn't
you.
get better with time.
You crazy fucking bitch.
Karen Seedy. It's the last one she made.
I mean, he needs help and he needs to be able to move on, but...
I am reminded of Louis the whatever's finance minister. Does something. He built a chateau. Nicole and I saw it when we went to Paris. It even outshone Versailles, where the king lived. In the end, Louis clapped him in irons.
I like they had to specifically spell out how he pronounced Versailles. Nope. Yeah, that... Another dream. That I could very easily see Ralph's face. Tony's about to go working down in the mines. Oh. Oof. Ah, Florida. Surfing USA. We'll all be planning out a route. We're gonna take real soon. I just kind of want this to play. Teacher, we're surfing. Surfing USA. Oh, I'm gonna be stuck listening to that for an hour if I leave that. All right, what did we learn this episode? Janice is a bitch. I guess we already knew that, didn't we? I don't know, man. Man, I just I hope they go somewhere with that. And I know that sounds dumb because they probably will, but excuse me. But at the same time, I don't know. I don't know. I hope they go somewhere with that. I will at least give credit that it's something with Janice. Like, this is more... Like, Janice is doing more than all of last season, so that's at least something. She's just a bitch. Why do people have Ouija boards? I don't have a Ouija board. I don't know, we never had one. You know? So many people... I mean, I guess they said that, didn't they? That Bobby Jr. did play on a Ouija board until he got bored with it. So I don't know. I got apples to apples in my closet. That's all I got. I don't know. I don't have many board games. I was not a board game kid. So, I mean, I just watched TV until I discovered video games, and then I played video games, so. And I play card games, so. Mostly Yu-Gi-Oh!, but I've branched out into Pokemon and Alestrals, so. That's beside the point. The point is I hate Janice. But that's also the point, so. I don't know, man. I have to say she plays it really well, you know? Like, I just hate her, but she does it really well, so. I don't know, what else is there? Tony, okay. Tony is done with therapy. Yeah, right. How many times have we seen Tony walk away, you know? But now he's really done. I mean, I suppose it's possible that, you know, it's towards the end of the season. Maybe she didn't want to come back. But I don't think that's the case at all. I think they're just messing with us. Here, I could sit up a little bit. Does that help? So I don't look so bad. But Tony's done. He's had enough. I will say, the whole thing with the dreams, I don't know, man. I have the weirdest dreams ever. You know, my dreams are just so random and strange that it's like I don't know. I don't know if dreams are really that big. Like, I guess they can be. Dreams can be, you know, windows into the psyche and stuff like that. I don't think every dream is that, you know? Like, the first dream where it's like, you know, Carmilla's driving and Ralph is there with a caterpillar on his head that becomes a butterfly, and then Gloria's there, but then she becomes Svetlana. I don't think that means anything, quite honestly. I think that was just a weird dream, you know? Just populated by people that have been close to Tony, you know? It's interesting, too, when he says, you know, his dad wouldn't have stood for a woman driving. Which is, it's stupid, you know? Obviously, women can drive, you know? To me, it's just like, I don't know, who wants to drive? You know? I'm not saying I was like, oh, who wants to drive? But it's just like, whoever wants to drive. I don't care. You know? That's always the thing. Like, when we go on road trips, my dad always drives. But that's just because my dad drives. You know? It's not like a sexist thing or anything. My mom's just happy to let him drive. I'll let him drive. Besides, he can barely sit still. Like, if he wasn't driving, I don't know how he would sit still, you know? Doesn't matter. So, what I'm saying is it's stupid. Whoever wants to drive, you drive. So, besides, Tony's been driven. Tony gets driven by, you know, Furio or Chris or whoever, so it doesn't matter. This whole thing with HUD, I don't know. Are we like building up to something this season? Which it's entirely possible. Like, that could be something. That could be the thing that we've been building to this season. That there's going to be a conflict between New York and New Jersey. A conflict between Tony and Carmine. So, there's already been plenty of conflict with Johnny. So, it's entirely possible. But it makes me think, like, well, is this a conflict for this season? Or is it a conflict for next season? Or is it not really going to be that big of a problem at all? And we're just going to do something else, you know? Like, we get 2 episodes left of this season. And obviously, at least next episode is going to have stuff about this whole HUD fiasco. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know. Is it going to be that big a deal? I don't know. I never know with this show. It is interesting because, you know, Tony says, like, oh, well, they didn't, you know, I make them an offer, and they don't give me a counter offer. They just say no. You know, where's the There's no that's unbusinesslike. But at the same time, it's like, well, but you didn't like. But to them, you're being petulant about this, like, oh, I don't owe you a thing. So they make an offer, well, you come back and you make an offer. I don't know. I guess I don't know the correct etiquette. Boy, this whole pen thing I'm doing really highlights how low frames we have. Do you know, by the way, that these videos are shot in 15 frames a second, which is so horrible? I mean, I don't think it's a constant 15 frames a second, but, like, I don't know. Like, this camera should be able to do better footage. It just doesn't. So, I don't know. I gotta look into that at some point. But I always put it to, like, 30 so it doesn't look terrible. I don't think anybody cares. And I'm not making cinema over here. I'm not making absolute cinema. I'm just making reaction videos, so... Anyway... So there's that. I don't know. It's interesting, Tony going to Carmine Jr. So is this is because this has been driving me crazy for 4 seasons. Was this a thing? Was this a thing that every person in the mafia names their son after them? Except Tony was not named after his father. His father's name was Johnny Soprano. So, why is that different? Also, I guess if you have more than one son... Well, was June older? June might have been older. Oh. June was... Well, okay, June was probably older. So his father was probably named Corrado. That's why he's Junior. So their father, Junior and Johnny's father, was Corrado Sr. Then he is Corrado the Second. His little brother is named Johnny. But then at that point, why wouldn't he name his son Johnny? You know? That's weird. That's weird, actually, because every man in this show, their son is named after them. Bobby Jr., Anthony Jr., Carmine Jr., you know? Every single man does that in this show. Except Johnny Soprano. Johnny named his son Tony. I don't know. It's weird. So anyway, he goes to little Carmine Jr., which is interesting. Interesting getting him involved with it, but he's trying to, he's trying to get through to old man Carmine, so I don't know. It's interesting too with the scene where it's like, oh, and where's Ralph? Where's Ralph? He's missed his hits lately, and it's interesting the way Tony spins that as like, oh, I don't know, why don't you tell me? Because that does plant a seed in Carmine's head, where Carmine might think that Johnny took out Ralphie. It's plausible. It's entirely plausible. It's an incredibly plausible story, so yeah, Carmine might actually believe that, So and then there's Bobby. Was it Bobby? What is her last name? Baglieri? Bobby Baglieri. It's interesting because, like, technically some of the things that Janice is saying is not wrong, because yes, buying a cake on your dead wife's anniversary and burying it at her grave is probably not healthy. On the other hand, this is Janice we're talking about. Like, Bobby needs to go see a therapist about this. And his children probably need to see a therapist about this, So he can actually grieve and, move forward with his life. But listening to Janice isn't good. Listening to Janice is not good, so... Fucking Janice. Maybe he'll say this stuff. Maybe he'll talk about this a little bit with June, and then June will be like, oh, my niece is a crazy bitch. What are you believing her for? You know? Why are you listening to the things that she says? Sure, you need to get over this, but I wouldn't trust her. That's my Junior impression. I don't know. So, yeah. Was that it? Was that all? Was that all for this episode? I guess. I didn't write down a ton, but I guess there's the whole thing of this seance with Anthony Jr. I mean, I don't know, what the fuck did you expect him to do? You know? But at the same time, it's like, it's fucked up. It's fucked up. He set all of this up and got a wet sponge without them noticing at all. I don't know. Stupid. Oh, God. It's the end of the day. My voice is pretty shot right now, so I don't know. And what the fuck was Tony's dream at the end? He's Italian that doesn't speak English, and he's doing the masonry job, and was the woman on this, was that supposed to be his mother? I don't know. And I guess we'll never know until he decides to go back to therapy. Unless he decides. It's not guaranteed that he will go back to therapy. Well, I hope first scene next episode he's back. But anyway, we got 2 episodes left this season. We'll find out where we're going from here. But that is basically it. With all of that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen if you want to go click around any of those. There's a playlist with all of my Sopranos reactions, as well as another video you can go click on if you want. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button on screen, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later.